The effort finally unearthed the treasure they were after. The team's progress in their search, particularly at the Money Pit and the Garden Shaft probe drilling operation, is noteworthy. They reached the tunnel's approximate depth, leading to what they believe to be the potential treasure zone. But the real challenge remains in breaking through to see what is truly inside. Unfortunately, the season's end means they must pack up without fully exploring their find. Despite this, Rick and Marty's determination remains strong. Standing on thick planks in murky water at the bottom of the old shaft, they use a detector in their ongoing quest for the fabled riches. They identify a promising target, believing it might be the treasure. The season's conclusion brings with it both excitement over the discovery and frustration at not being able to delve deeper. Gary's discovery of a non-ferrous hit adds yet another layer to the intrigue. Still, the team must wait until the next season to continue. Chuck, the main investigator, notes the significant depth of the treasure from the surface. The team, including Rick and Marty, expresses their heartfelt gratitude for the adventure and to their team, especially nephew Peter and friend David. They plan to investigate further, having reached a target depth of about 93 feet, which they believe is the exact location they have sought all along. Their journey, marked by countless obstacles, remains an enthralling tale of determination and discovery. Heading directly west into the potential treasure zone, the team faces pressing questions. Can they locate the structure and study its contents? Believing they've reached the final component, they decide to disassemble parts and conduct further research. Before sunset, they remove rods, start clearing out the site, and place everything in a container for evaluation. Oak Island, known for its secrecy, continues to challenge them to gather as much information as possible, particularly about a mysterious piece of wood at the bottom of the garden shaft. Despite initial setbacks, a team member believes is found wood on the northern side. They consider using this discovery to project the tunnel's line, yet they haven't conducted a bottom investigation to pinpoint the tunnel's exact location. Equipped with protective gear, the team prepares for one of the most exhilarating and riskiest parts of their journey, descending into the mysterious and legendary Money Pit. This pit, shrouded in centuries of folklore, has captivated the imagination of treasure hunters for over 200 years. As they lower themselves into the dark, damp shaft, a sense of awe and childhood wonder washes over them. It feels almost surreal, as if they are stepping into the pages of a classic adventure novel. For many of them, this is a dream come true, the chance to be part of a real-life treasure hunt, one that could change history. The shaft is narrow and deep. The walls echo with each footstep. The flickering beams from their headlamps barely cut through the gloom, casting eerie shadows on the ancient wooden supports that have somehow held up all these years. The smell of wet earth, old timber, and cold metal fills the air, creating an atmosphere both claustrophobic and exhilarating. The descent is slow and cautious, each rung on the ladder bringing them deeper into the unknown. As they reach the bottom, they are met with stagnant water and loose debris. The environment is harsh, cold, and unwelcoming. Yet none of this deters them. Standing ankle-deep in muddy water, they begin their exploration, knowing that countless treasure seekers before them had stood in similar positions. Some left defeated, others left behind only fragments of their ambitions. Every inch they probe is charged with centuries of speculation and myth. Time, however, is not on their side. The end of the season looms near, and with it comes the deadline to halt operations until the following year. The pressure to make a breakthrough is immense. The clock ticks relentlessly, and every passing minute could mean another missed opportunity. Yet, amidst the urgency, the team remains composed, methodically scanning the area with metal detectors and reviewing data from their previous probes. As they examine the area, they begin to speculate about a curious item discovered deep within the shaft. The positioning and placement of the object seem too precise to be random. It raises a compelling theory. What if the item was intentionally planted there, designed to be discovered? Such a possibility adds a whole new layer of intrigue. Could it be a marker left by the original depositors? A decoy? Or even part of a larger mechanism or clue meant to guide future seekers? This theory ignites a flurry of discussion among the team. The idea that the item was deliberately placed suggests that those who hid the treasure intended it to be found, but only by those clever or determined enough to overcome the island's many traps and deceptions. It deepens the mystery and renews the team's determination to push forward despite the mounting challenges. In that damp, echoing pit, hope and history intertwine with every scan of the detector and every whispered theory. They inch closer to unraveling one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of all time, the secret buried deep within Oak Island. Believing a metal detector might help, They ask an experienced team member to inspect the cavity. After years of searching, they're finally nearing the genuine treasure. The landscape appears almost medieval, suggesting a historical context to their find during the Templars' era of influence. Their circumstances often mirrored a sense of entrapment within formidable fortresses. Centuries later, this imagery resonates with the team on Oak Island as they delve into the depths of a mysterious hole. Fueled by a blend of historical intrigue and modern treasure hunting fervor, the team, equipped with a keen sense of history and the latest technological advancements, stands on the precipice of a potentially monumental discovery. As they peer into the abyss, their expectations are a mix of hope and skepticism. The presence of modern materials such as nails and wire hints at recent human activity, yet the possibility of finding something much older and more valuable looms large. The CTX-3030, a state-of-the-art metal detector, buzzes and beeps with the promise of unearthing hidden secrets. Each signal, each alert from the device, brings them closer to potentially rewriting history. The first contact made was with a non-ferrous target, leading to a whirlwind of hypotheses. Could it be gold? A glint of silver? Or perhaps a vein of copper? The uncertainty is as palpable as the excitement. The possibility of touching the legendary treasure long rumored to be buried in Oak Island's murky depths tantalizes the team. Every inch of soil they turn could be the threshold to a discovery of historical significance. Beneath the garden shaft surface, a few feet below the ground, lies not just earth and stone, but perhaps the remnants of a past era. The team pores over the signals emanating from what they believe to be a tube stretching westward toward an area they've nicknamed the Baby Blob, located around 10 feet below the surface. This discovery is both exhilarating and bittersweet. The excitement of the find is tempered by the reality of their situation. Duma, the team leader, does not have the legal authorization to expand the shaft further, especially at this time of year. The legal and logistical limitations pose a significant challenge. They cannot compromise the safety of their team or the integrity of the project by recklessly breaking through what could be unstable terrain. The discovery of a non-ferrous hit is a reason to celebrate, yet the constraints of their situation hang over them like a cloud. Their quest is further complicated by the geological peculiarities of Oak Island. The island, a product of glacial activity, sits atop a cumulus system. This type of landscape, composed of waterfill, anhydrite holes, and limestone prone to dissolution when exposed to water, could lead to the formation of caves and natural cavities. Such a complex geological setup could explain the recurring flooding of the pit, a persistent obstacle in their quest. The possibility of encountering bedrock at depths ranging from 38 to 45 meters, 125 to 148 feet, near the excavation site adds another layer of complexity to their mission. The Oak Island treasure hunt, a saga that began in the 18th century, has seen countless individuals and teams pour their hearts, souls, and resources into uncovering its secrets. This relentless pursuit of treasure and relics has become a part of the island's lore, a testament to human curiosity and the unyielding desire to uncover the unknown. Now, as the team stands at the brink of what could be a groundbreaking discovery, they are reminded of the countless treasure hunters who have come before them. Each scoop of earth, each reading from their equipment, is a step further into the heart of a mystery that has captivated imaginations for generations. Despite the challenges and uncertainties, their resolve remains unshaken. The quest for the Oak Island treasure is more than a search for material wealth. It is a journey into the depths of history, a quest to unravel a mystery that has been woven into the fabric of time. Oak Island, a land steeped in mystery and lore, has been at the center of numerous theories about hidden relics. Among these are the Holy Grail, Shakespearean manuscripts, pirate treasures, and even the Ark of the Covenant. This video provides a snapshot into the journey of Rick and Marty as they traverse this enigmatic island, driven by the legend of its concealed wealth. In the latest episode, the team reaches the money pit, delving into depths parallel to the rumored tunnel believed to lead to the treasure zone. Despite their extensive efforts, the elusive structure remains undiscovered, fueling their determination to probe deeper. At the garden column's base during their exploration, a potential breakthrough occurs when their detector signals a promising target, possibly the long-sought treasure. However, their focus is abruptly shifted when Gary uncovers a non-ferrous object through the roof, a find that pauses their current train of thought. Realizing the importance of this discovery, the team acknowledges the need to pause their search until the next season. Chuck, from the war room, notes the significant distance of the treasure from the surface, adding to the complexity of the hunt. The hosts, despite facing challenges, remain optimistic and express gratitude for their supportive community. As the video progresses, Viewers are encouraged to subscribe and activate notifications to stay updated with future discoveries. The potential wealth hidden on Oak Island has attracted many, but predicting who will eventually uncover it remains uncertain. The Lagina brothers and the government, as primary stakeholders, are seen as the most likely beneficiaries of any found treasure. Both parties would have legitimate claims to a share, yet neither can claim sole entitlement to the riches. As time progresses, the unfolding events on the Curse of Oak Island will reveal whether such scenarios will come to fruition. Viewers are again reminded to subscribe to the channel for ongoing updates. Following their explorations, the research team convenes to discuss their findings and future plans. Despite some disappointments, they are hopeful for the next phase of the adventure, planned for the following spring. Their journey, marked by continuous progress, has garnered immense community support. They announce getting closer to solving the ultimate mysteries, potentially breaking the island's long-standing curse. Despite the excitement of promising signals and intriguing discoveries, the team is once again reminded of the limitations imposed by time and nature. The end of the season forces them to halt their efforts and retreat, just as momentum begins to build. It's a frustrating, yet familiar rhythm that has defined their Oak Island journey for years. They are always on the brink, just a layer away, just a few feet from answers. Yet, the island holds its secrets tightly, revealing glimpses and clues but never offering up the entire truth at once. As Rick and Marty stand by the shaft, staring into the depths where their hopes now rest for another year, there is both pride and longing in their expressions. They've made significant progress, reached depths that previous explorers only imagined, and gathered evidence that strongly suggests something valuable lies ahead. But the final confirmation, the moment of truth, remains elusive. The resolve to return next season is immediate and unwavering. Plans begin to take shape even before the site is fully secured. The team discusses improvements to their probing techniques, possible new permits, and enhanced logistical support to ensure they can pick up exactly where they left off. Gary's discovery of a non-ferrous object remains one of the most tantalizing clues, and it becomes a central point of discussion in the war room. Chuck, always analytical, emphasizes the technical depth of their discoveries, comparing current findings with historical records and earlier expeditions. The shared feeling among all members is that they are closer than ever, perhaps just one dig away from the truth. They also reflect on the season's successes. The garden shaft has proven far more productive than initially anticipated. The rods removed and the container now holding significant artifacts represent not just physical objects but milestones, proof of real, measurable progress in a mystery long dominated by theory and speculation. The tunnel they've traced westward aligns remarkably well with earlier hypotheses, especially those suggesting underground transport systems or escape routes. The wooden structure located at the shaft's bottom remains one of the most enigmatic pieces. Could it be a remnant of the original construction? A structural support? Or even part of a mechanism to conceal the treasure? All these questions swirl as the team prepares to leave the island for the winter months. They seal off the shaft and carefully document every inch of the site. Each team member, from experienced veterans like Rick and Marty to the newer contributors like Peter and David, has played a role in shaping this year's progress. There's a strong sense of camaraderie, the kind born from shared struggle, cold mornings, and long nights spent poring over maps and data. They've experienced setbacks and moments of pure exhilaration. They've faced danger and disappointment but have never lost sight of the goal that brought them together. When spring comes and the ice begins to thaw, the team plans to resume operations immediately. They're particularly eager to investigate the baby blob, a term they've coined for a specific zone located about 10 feet below the surface that shows strong indications of man-made interference. If the westward tunnel leads directly there, then they could be on the verge of discovering either an entrance to a hidden chamber or perhaps even a cache itself. Yet legal constraints weigh heavily on Duma, the team leader, who reiterates that no further digging can occur without updated permits. He is adamant that safety and regulatory compliance remain paramount. Meanwhile, geologists on the team are increasingly fascinated by Oak Island's topography. The complex cumulus system beneath the island, a combination of glacial debris, anhydrite holes, and soft limestone, creates natural voids and caves that could easily have confused or misled past treasure hunters. But it also offers a compelling explanation for some of the historical anomalies, such as sudden flooding and the collapse of old shafts. Their belief is that the treasure, if buried, may have been concealed within or near such a natural cavity. This theory could also explain how earlier excavations missed the mark by mere feet, a cruel irony for past explorers who may have been agonizingly close. The geological complexity adds not only a scientific challenge but also a poetic layer to the story. Nature itself may be conspiring to protect the secret, partnering with the original depositors to guard whatever lies beneath the surface. This intermingling of man-made ingenuity and natural defense makes Oak Island one of the most confounding and captivating archaeological puzzles in history. It's not just a question of where the treasure is, it's about understanding the land itself, reading its subtle signs, and learning its patterns. This season's story, like many before it, will become part of the island's ever-growing lore. The video capturing Rick and Marty's progress serves not just as a record but as a beacon to fellow enthusiasts, historians, and dreamers around the world. As they walk away from the site one last time this season, viewers are reminded to subscribe and follow along, because the mystery is far from over. Their journey is just one chapter in a saga that spans centuries. The